Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on. For the lovely Cancerians, I hope you're all doing fabulous, my friends. Shuffle it up here one time, my guides. Talk to me. And yes, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for the Cancerians in mid-September. Please, my guides, what's going on? My friends here, there it is, nice and quick. Okay, this card is always speaking about fun, either the need to have it, maybe you are having fun in recent times. I do like this card because it's an energy of stress relief, and we really like that type of energy. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this card. Lovely imagery, in my opinion. You see it as like that little horsey or a unicorn. There's a snow globe. There's various toys shown throughout this imagery, and I really, really like it. It's lighthearted. It's fun. And to me, it feels like relieving stress. So for some of you, if you're going through some tough things, stressful times, stressful situations, Spirit could be asking you to take a load off in one way or another. Have a little fun, whatever that means to you. Now, everyone has fun in different ways. Some people like going out and being social. Some people like chilling inside and eating yummy things. It all depends on what fun is for you. It could be hobbies. As long as it relieves stress, Spirit is wanting you to lean into that in this time. Now, as with all cards in divination, there's always a challenge attached. This could easily represent someone you're connected to that might be having a little too much fun, or might be partying it up a little too much, that is a little too carefree for your liking. But just like with all things in life, it's about finding a balance, right? It's all about mixing the serious times with the lighthearted times. Like, it should be a little bit of a blend of both, in my opinion. But we're just going to put this card down here. Make sure you make some time for yourself to have a little fun. But yeah, I always say that first card doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a footnote. Let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get that intuitive juiciness going. We're going to shuffle it up one time for you, Cancer, and see what we got. And while we do, let's talk about last week's reading. It had an odd title. It was titled, They're Watching You. And the main vibe I was getting, it was either one of two things. Either one, you were under someone's microscope. Maybe you had someone under yours. That's what it felt like. Somebody analyzing a situation, analyzing a person, keeping eyes on. Now, that doesn't mean somebody's outside in a tree looking through the blinds, but to me, it did feel like someone keeping tabs. That felt like the main thing we were picking up last week. So we're going to see what energy shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3 cards. Let's see what's happening for my Cancerians. Maybe we'll get a different... All right. We got the Knight of Cups in position number 1. That's a good start, especially in a water sign reading. I like this. I don't want to make too many judgments so far, but I like the Knight of Cups energy specifically in the beginning. Let's get you 2 more. I mean, it could just represent you. All right. 2 Pentacles. All right. Things might be coming into a state of balance here. I'm just going to place that right there. The way they look together is really nice. Like, visually, aesthetically, it's pleasing. Let's get you 1 more. Let's see what we got for Cancer here. So we've got Earth, we got Water. Hey, we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups, without a beard, showing up right here on the back end. So there's a bit of a journey here in the energy. There's a bit of a maturation that I'm really liking. And I feel like it's going to be a nuanced one, my friends. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get into the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, obviously I notice on the extreme ends here, we got 2 cups or water sign court cards showing up, and there is a maturation of the energy. We have some earth in the middle, and I always like to look at how elements play off each other. When we mix water and earth, generally that's extremely positive. It's fruitful, it's bountiful, it means blessings. Sometimes you could add a little too much water and it could be a little muddy. Sometimes you could add a little too much earth, but I'm not going that route just yet. this could have a lot of prosperity. Let's go through one by one and really start to break it down. So in position number 1, we have the Knight of Cups. And one thing you'll notice is both of these cards have a lot of similarities, but they're on different levels, right? One is a little more mature than the other. But the Knight of Cups, in my opinion, all knights represent action, their movement. They are messengers similar to the page. So yes, this could speak about conversations and talks, forward momentum. When we see the Knight of Cups, this is a Prince Charming, silky smooth talking type of energy. So whether this is a person, a very slick, smooth operator, or this could just be beautiful, artistic, warm, loving feelings. We love the Knight of Cups energy here. It comes out a lot in love readings, okay? But it's interesting that it's here in a Cancer reading because this card and the King of Cups could represent water sign energy, which is you. So in my simplistic style, a clarifier could tell us something that might be coming towards you or what you might be feeling. So there's a lot of layers here, but there's creativity, there's artistic energy, there's love attached to this. So maybe romantic things are on the mind for a portion of you. We'll see how it all plays out. Now, moving to the center, we have the Two of Pentacles. Beautiful energy of balance. That's a harmonious card, a harmonious energy. Now, I always say, there is never truly a state of complete, perfect balance in this reality. We could try to get it as close to it as we can. But to me, when I see this card, it is a card of improvement. The Two of Pentacles is a card of harmony, getting things close to right or as right as possible. As with all twos, it can represent partnerships. It can represent decisions or choices. Sometimes with the Two of Pentacles, it can represent juggling in one way or another. So hopefully you don't have too much on your plate, juggling too many responsibilities or dealing with a lot of energies. But one thing I will say about the Two of Pentacles is if that is the case, if you are dealing with a lot of situations and energy, you're doing it well, or at least it seems as if you're doing it well. So we want to see what's up with this. It could be someone making the right move. And I like that energy. Now, we're going to get to our good friend right here on the back end. And as I've been saying since the beginning, this energy seems like it's going through a maturation, a journey where it starts as the Knight, finds some state of balance, and matures as the King. Now, that doesn't have to be gender specific. Always keep that in mind. We're looking at energetic archetypes. Kings represent control and mastery of their respective suit. So when we see the King of Cups, yes, it could represent you or other water signs or the realm of emotion or the realm of love, but this is someone who may be in control of their emotional powers or emotional feelings, like recognizing things for what they are. So when we see him, and I am getting this possible journey or things improving, getting better in this whole thing, just like this Knight of Cups, it could be someone that can be a shoulder for you to lean on. It could be someone that you could talk to, spill those feelings. It's artistic, it's creative, it's loving, it's romantic. It's a really good positive energy, but most of all, it's emotional stability. So we see this journey of things possibly getting better throughout this whole entire reading. Now, once again, since you are a water sign, it might be giving us some more details about what's coming down the pipeline. So I really want to dive deeper on all this, Cancer. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's shuffle up the deck. And while we get the deck ready, I just want to let all of you know that I opened up channel memberships here on the Kyle of Cups channel. So if you're interested in joining the collective over there, I'd love to have you. Please click the join button and take a look at the support tiers and all that. A lot of good stuff in there. Obviously, no pressure, but it's down in the description and in the pinned comment. So hopefully I'll see some of you there. But let's get into it. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Knight of Cups. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Cancer, you drop it in the comments. I don't mind. All right, Knight of Cups time. What is this about? Thank you. All right, so for some of you, this is absolutely grappling with something that may have been bothering you for quite a long time. We have the Devil in reverse, which is the best way we want to receive this card. For a portion of you, this could represent an emotional connection with the Capricorn because of the goat symbolism. We're not calling Capricorns devils over here. But the good thing about this Devil energy is that it is in reverse. So for a lot of Cancerians, now it could be a great time for you to make peace with certain things, whether they're like emotional issues, emotional situations or problems, or things that you've been dealing with or working through for a long time. You could really find some sort of peace when we have this devil in reverse. It could also represent letting go of something, whether it is a grudge or a gripe. When we see this devil in reverse, we get those big energies. But another thing I have to say for a lot of Cancerians, if we're talking about the realm of conversation, communication, and talking, which I'm getting little sprinkles of here, some of you might have some very serious talks or very serious conversations coming up in the next few days and weeks. Now, does it mean that it's like be all end all type of stuff? No, but there are conversations that might need to be had or should be had, and it could help progress and move you along. So don't be surprised if someone hits you up and says, hey, can we talk about this? Or there's something important we need to talk about, because I am feeling that here. Now could be some great healing for a lot of Cancerians. And I really do like this first alignment, even though you might be having those serious communications. So let's keep moving over to that Two of Pentacles. We'll see how this all plays out. Because like I said, it feels like a journey to me. So I feel like it's one or the other. Could be other things as well. You know how tarot goes. Just giving you my feelings. So why is that Two of Pentacles here for Cancer? Would have been a little different if that devil was in the upright, because that could represent like attachments that are really difficult to work through. We got that Ace of Wands. I feel for a lot of you, you could feel extremely rejuvenated, like you're getting your groove back in some sort of way. Something could really light a fire within you or make you feel like you're on the right track. Could it be after this talk or communication? Absolutely possible. But the Ace of Wands, they represent opportunities, and it's that burning fire within us. It's motivational. Sometimes it could represent the libido. For a lot of you, like your libido might start kicking in the coming days and weeks. I'll just leave that message there. But when I see this Ace of Wands under the Two of Pentacles, there could be good opportunities coming in for a lot of you. But for a big portion of Cancerians, I feel like somebody feeling as if they've leveled up in some sort of way. Like, all right, now I'm reaching the next level. Now I'm getting to the next level. Here we go. Okay, so maybe it is due to what's happening here in the front end, but I really like this. And for some of you, you might feel that you're on the right track. And I like that. I really love this energy so far this week. Totally different than what we've been getting, Cancer, that's for sure. But let's go in on our good friend over there, the King of Cups, with his chalice. See what's happening. Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. We're looking okay. So why is the King of Cups here for the Cancerians? Deck is being specific now. There we go. Okay. Making up your mind about something for a lot of you. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse here underneath the King of Cups. For a lot of you, you might make some sort of final decision or just come to peace with a decision or a choice. Like, okay, all right, I've made up my mind on this. Like, I know what I want to do. I know what I want. I know which way I want to go now. So once again, for a lot of you, it could be a final decision or a final choice coming in. And I'm not saying that to sound scary or anything like that, but the Seven of Cups, let's speak about the card a little bit. Generally a card of options, a card of paths. It could represent overthinking and daydreaming and stuff like that. When I'm getting it in reverse here under this King of Cups, this card of control and mastery, I feel for a lot of you, it's like, all right, I know what direction I want to go in. I know what route is best for me. I know what direction I want to go to. And my decision and my choice is final here. Okay, which feels good. Like when we link the whole thing together. Now, of course, this could be totally separate situations going on. If you've been going through any confusion or things that haven't been making sense or things that hit you by surprise, now in the coming days and weeks could be very, very good for you with the way this energy has laid out, especially if you do have this communication in the front end. So the final decision, final choice is really nice on the back end. But let's go through and do a quick recap, and we'll get into the shadow card real quick. If you kindly look in the box, Cancer, overall, I'm really liking the way this energy feels this week. There's a lot of internal energy happening, but position number one, we have the Knight of Cups with the Devil in reverse. For a lot of you, now could be a time where you could come to peace with certain things or just see them for what they are. If there have been things that have been bothering you or attachments that have been really sticking to you for quite a long time, you could find big peace, leaps and gains in this time to resolve those things. But for another portion of you, this front end does feel like some sort of serious talk, message, or communication that either needs to be had or will be had, whether someone reaches out to you or vice versa. In the center, this is where we pick up some steam after that communication. We have the Two of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands in the upright. Yeah, I talked about the libido and all that. But to me, it felt like a level up type of energy where you might feel like you're on the right track, you're doing the right thing. Maybe a big opportunity comes in for a lot of you. But there is a finding of peace that I see in this whole entire reading this week, Cancer. And right here in the center, it's like, all right, I know what direction I should go in. I know what I want to go towards. And as we get to the back end here, we got the King of Cups with the Seven of Cups in reverse, the maturation of all this energy. And I do feel for a lot of Cancerians, you can make a final choice or decision about what direction you should move in or that you want to move in. Specifically, if things have been lingering for quite a long time, always keep that in mind. Like, I feel devil energy is never super new. It's usually something with some history. So back here, you could really make a final judgment call or decision in regards to something and be comfortable with that. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. I like this reading, but yeah, there could be that talk coming in. So, but let's get you a shadow card. Let's see what's in the shadows for Cancer. I'm going to shuffle it up one time, my friends, and see what we got. And yes, I always love to pull a shadow card at the very end. I feel like it's a nice thing to do. And it's very introspective. So whether it's something within you, whether it's something you don't see, just take it how it hits, just like every other card. But what's in the shadows here for Cancer, please? Guides and spirit team. All right, thank you. So we have a double here, and I'm going to give you both, and that doesn't normally happen, Cancer, but I just have to because of the way they flew out of the deck. We have the King of Cups and the Five of Cups. So we got the King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, with a tentacle beard in this deck. That's interesting. And we got the Five of Cups. So I don't know if they're the straightest right there, but I guess they are. They'll have to do. But when we get repeating cards in the shadows, that is Spirit really asking you to focus on something. So for a lot of you, your emotional well-being is top priority. Now, we did have a lot of goodness within the spread we just pulled. But when we get the King of Cups and the Five of Cups, this is about somebody grappling with pain. Five of Cups is the river of tears. And for a lot of you, you might have to put a little effort towards clearing whatever it is that's bothering you the most right now. Something that hits you right in the heart. And that's not always easy to do. It's really not. But Spirit is saying, Cancer, you have this King of Cups energy. Doesn't matter, like I said, like male, female, or anything in between. It doesn't matter when we have this. Now is an amazing time for healing for a lot of Cancerians, where you can really lean in to your powers as a water sign. And you just have to do the work. You have to have the conversations and do the work. And I feel like that's being shown to us right here. And even though we have positive, it doesn't mean that it's not going to come without a few rocky roads. So Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.